Start streaming. Oh, can you speak?
Oh, I can speak. Of course I can speak. I speak to you right
And
now.
then I'm going to speak at the same time, and we're going to see where the levels are at. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
Right, YouTube's up. I did my description from yesterday save. Yep. Awesome. Oh, we're not live on Twitch. That'd be weird because I think I can't be live on YouTube without being live on Twitch.
Odd.
No, we're live.
Let me check.
Unstable. Ruh-roh raggy. I've got 0 drop frames. I don't know what it's talking about. I'm gonna ignore that. That's fine. Oh, wait.
Except knock.
I don't know. I've never been knocked before. Usually I'm the one knocking. There it is. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Trying to call, share chat.
Share chat.
Oh,
awesome.
Like riding a bike, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like playing Reinhardt. Dude, that was so much fun yesterday.
I was gonna say we gotta get on some more games after pod.
Absolutely. I'm so fucking down. I've never felt so alive. I felt dude, a dead ass. I can I tell you, I felt sad after at how good it felt. I was like, I shouldn't feel this good. I need to calm down. You're being weird. You're being weird right now. You're being a lot. And you need to like I had to calm myself down because I was feeling so good. I went to Beth. I wanted to show her the play. I'm like, dude, stop. Nah, that's enough. But come on, first game back on Rhine. Beth did also. She checked me.
You did so well.
She clocked me. Apparently when Overwatch 2 came out, I tried to play it on the Xbox. So I've got a little bit of playtime on Xbox. I tried to do Ryan on a controller and it was a nightmare. So I basically just ran around as Lucio just to see what it felt like. So I did play a little bit then, but that was my first like real Reinhardt game back on a PC since 2018.
Wow. That's crazy.
I went in to check out after you left. I was just like going through everything to see like, okay, what weird shit did they add / give me for being an old head? I have the 2017 anniversary emblem logo, the first one.
Oh wow.
They get that, and I went ahead and set that just so I could have my Unk status be official, so everyone knows.
I think I started playing in 2019 with an ex of mine, and then played up until Overwatch 2, and then didn't play in Overwatch 2 because I hated it.
I don't know.
Hated what they did.
I don't know when they added it. Hold on. When did they add the Houston Outlaws skins to Overwatch? This will tell me. January 10th, 2018. That was the last patch that I played actively.
Oh, wow.
It was January 10th, 2018 was when they added those skins, and I added it because I loved the color green, and I was born near Houston. My family's all from there. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's get it. So I think I actually have the Houston Outlaws skin for Ryan. It was the only like Overwatch League skin I got.
I know I have a bunch of...
We gotta get them. We gotta make it happen. I'll get in. I have an Xbox, so I could get like a power cable. You give me your info, I turn it on and sign in for you. We can make this happen.
The thing is just I don't want to, because I will have to update the game, and then I also will probably have to like get the Game Pass, the whatever it is.
It's a free download, isn't it?
Yeah, but you need the fucking not Game Pass Gold to the online play thing, because it's an online game, and I can't be fucked to sign up for that for a month.
But could you, in theory, sign in without having could you, I don't know. I
Ooh.
don't know the permissions. Could you sign in and connect the account and not play? Like, or does it ban you, stop you from
I don't
signing
know.
in?
I'd have to check.
Because if you sign in, you're golden. You just need to make the connection. It just needs to
Yeah.
register that that's the account and what's
Yeah.
on the account, right? You don't have
Yeah.
to play. You just
I
got to
can
get
do it as well because
access.
I did the other day. I was playing Elden Ring on Steam and I got fed up with the fact that I'm not as far as I am on my PlayStation account. So I just connected my PlayStation
Fair
to
enough.
my other monitor and played on the PlayStation. Like,
There
so
you
I
go.
can do it. But
Yeah.
again, the thing is just I'm going to update it.
You have to
Yeah.
do it, and it's a
I
mess of
will.
a thing.
I will. I miss all of my Moira skins. I had almost
You
all of my Moira skins.
gotta.
This is my
Dude,
proudest achievement.
can I be so real? I don't think I'd be playing if I didn't have all my old shit. You know what I mean? If I couldn't,
that's for the longest time why I didn't play. Like the only reason I did play is that one of our friends with the other D&D group, Adam, he was like, "You gotta play. You should play with me." And I was like, "Sure, I'll play a few games with you." And then, like initially, I was like, "No, I'm fed up with this. I'm not gonna do this because all of my shit is gone."
Where's my shit, dude? No, I'd be pissed.
Where's my shit?
I'd be so pissed.
I am pissed.
No, dude, it feels. I'm very glad. You talked me into it and got me back into actually playing again. Yeah. I will still talk shit on it forever. I love talking shit on things I enjoy, but it's a great fucking time.
Overwatch is a shit game.
I'll say this. I'll say this before it becomes the Overwatch podcast, and we'll move on.
Yeah.
I think I've played a lot of games that have a lot of roles where it's like this is the thing you're supposed to be doing, right? Like with Destiny and with Final Fantasy and with all of these types of games that go deep in Path of Exile, Diablo, all of these games that have these different classes. I've never felt like the classes, at least when I played. Now, I still can't speak to it because, again, I play Reinhardt, the tankiest tank that a human could play. But Reinhardt, just as a character, feels like the way a tank has always been described and is meant to feel. You know what I mean? It feels so 100%. Good. And all of the healers feel like the way a healer should. You know what I mean? Where it's like they can defend themselves, but not effectively by themselves. You know what I mean? But their healing capabilities completely out. Like it's, and then come on. It's chef's kiss. Unfortunately, Blizzard being who they are, I have my own problems with, which is why I'm glad they have it on Steam now.
Yeah.
So at the very least, I don't need to use their fucking launcher.
Yeah. No, for real.
Outside of that, I've still been on God of War. I've been playing some God of War.
Yeah. I got because of the Steam sale, they were all dirt cheap. Once again, games I have for the Xbox but can't be fucked to. I now have all of the Watch Dogs games on Steam. So I've had one, and now I have two, which is my favorite Watch Dogs games, and to me, arguably the best one. And Legion, which I've played a bit and I am quite fond of, but I don't enjoy as much as I enjoy 2, just because of the very, not to really get into it, but like with Legion, it's like, oh, you can play as anyone. To me, that's like, yeah, but so you don't have a really returning cast that you can endear yourself to like you do.
That was the point of
the cast in 2.
No, and I think for me, this is a weird thing. I don't know how much we've actually talked about. Watch Dogs 1 is one of my all-time favorite games. Watch Dogs 1 for me is like an Outer Wilds level, like changes the way you think about video games and the concept of interacting with the space that you're in, and the way that developers can make an entire city be alive and active. And they were like one of the first people to do that. You know what I mean? I was not a big fan of Watch Dogs 2. I thought Watch Dogs 2 was too much of a departure from 1. I thought for me, it felt like when Saints Row went from a game where they were trying to be GTA to trying to be Fortnite. You know what I mean? Where it felt like a departure from the thing that I really loved about it. Now, I will also say, I developed that opinion as a very hard-headed, opinion-oriented teenage boy who didn't understand the level of queerness that he was dealing with at the time. So I would kind of just write shit off and not think about it beyond that point. You know what I mean? The thing where I don't like this and I'm going to choose not to analyze that. You know what I mean? I did a lot of that. I did a lot of that.
Mm.
Um, so
Yeah.
I'd be very curious to go back and try it now from a truly, genuinely neutral perspective, because
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 1 genuinely made me obsessed with like hacking as a concept in video games. It's
Mm-hmm.
why I loved the original release of Cyberpunk. A lot of people have a lot of
Ah.
issues with the OG before they did this whole 2.0 thing. I'll be so genuinely honest, I don't think they should have changed a thing. I think everything they've changed made it worse. I loved the old
Mm.
Cyberpunk, and the way
Yeah.
specifically the hacking felt divine, dude. It was so
Yeah.
it was what you like in your head thought the Watch Dogs hacking was like. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's not actually
Mm.
that deep, but it
Yeah.
feels that deep.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk makes it feel that deep. You are getting that. You're doing the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But from outside, you hack a camera to hack another camera to get into the security system to put a bug in that infects and deletes all of the information. And then you can look at one person and fry the electronics in their brain from the camera
That's
without ever
fun.
leaving, without ever entering the building.
That's fun.
Dude, it's crazy. And you still can do that, and they facilitated a way to do it, but the way it felt before, it felt so it was chef's kiss. If you have you done a Cyberpunk run yet?
It's I have it on one of my consoles. I don't know which one. I've not played it yet.
Highly,
In full.
highly recommend. Could not, especially for you.
It's yeah, it's
Especially
one of
for
the games
you,
that
you
I
should.
really wanna play. I've been really getting it back into those big the big open world
Mm-hmm.
games, especially from like Ubisoft. Because at the beginning of the year, I don't know if you recall, I was really into the Avatar game that they
Mm-hmm.
released, and
Oh
that made
yeah.
me like Ubisoft as a company is like, but then also like they make really good open world games. I
Mm-hmm.
hate that they make really good open world games. So, but yeah, I've never actually fully played the first Watch Dogs, but I have played the campaign of 2 twice
There you go.
because it's one of my favorite games of all time.
One, I think.
I would be
Mhm.
really interested in knowing, hearing if you try it
Mhm.
again, what you think of 2.
I think one, now that you've played two and you've like fallen in love with two, would feel like dinosaur baby shit. I think it would be terrible.
It is a bit clunky. It does feel a
Yeah.
little bit clunky to me.
Well, because again, you got to think about like the timing and the types of games that were coming out around that time. And when it came out,
Mhm.
it was certainly a criticism because
Yeah.
it wasn't meant to be a fast-paced parkour Assassin's Creed type beat. You're supposed to
Yeah.
be a nerd that hacks. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's the scene in specifically it was Mr. Robot was proliferating at the time. Highly recommend you watch that show. Rami Malek is demonic in it. Stop at like season 4, I think, is where they start to make it really turn really
Right.
bad.
Right.
Apparently the government started to see people liking the main character too much, so they made them change the writing and turned him into a pedophile for some reason, just to make him bad.
Oh, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's like all of a sudden this guy who's like a super like eco terrorist hacking what's the word I'm looking for, black hat hacker, who like goes in and is
Mhm.
attacking people and takes down pedophile rings earlier on in the show, like
Yeah.
then turns out like they just destroy his character to make him a bad guy. It's like, no, it's bad, this is a
Okay.
bad guy.
Crazy.
So don't,
Crazy.
just like Game of Thrones, they love to do that. They just ruin it in the back
Of,
half.
of course. Of course.
uh
Feels like a big thing of, especially the like 2010s. I
mhm,
also know that people who have watched Supernatural feel that exact same way about Supernatural.
mhm. It's yeah, it's I've talked about it somewhat in the server. It's also difficult because there's a lot of very opinionated people.
Hmm.
To have the difficult conversation of like the way capitalism affects media. And
Yeah.
because there's a lot of
Yeah.
very intense emotions, very valid intense motions that go around that. But it's really interesting to see uh this sort of combat within media and culture from like in terms of art that is produced for the masses to view. There's a very clear like avenue forward via the corporate direction, right? But there always has been and always will be an independent scene that is as good if not better than. And I feel like for some reason, as a culture, we've just forgotten about that, even though it's constantly existed and has always been present. But like the monoculture of the conversation of social media that is just everlasting and ever flowing seems to believe that media is dead and has been dying. But it's just we're back to a point where we need to go further into independence again. You know what I mean? That's all this is, right? It's people gathering power under themselves to try to benefit the most where other people cannot. And we need, as artists, to push back on that and make things ourselves and make things that are worse and bad and not spend as much money on them. And that's okay. I don't know how I turned into that rant, but that's how I feel about that subject.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Pretty okay. It's not like it's not been a crazy week. It's been shocker, a normal week.
There you go.
Oh no, wait, actually, I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Last week Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? It was like so I don't know if I think we've talked about this last week, but I did get the referral to a hormone specialist.
Very nice.
Last week.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We talked. We talked adjacent to the topic, specifically about parents.
Yeah.
But that was kind of baked into the conversation.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And I went on. I think it was this week. I'm so sorry. It was this week. Yeah. I went to my doctor and I got the referral to. I was diagnosed with trans.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my referral to a hormone specialist to get on T.
Very nice.
So I have it on the 21st.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I have the appointment. It was great. I made the appointment like last week or whatever, like 2 weeks ago. And I come in and I sit down in the waiting room after they're there. Here for a appointment. Yeah, I'm going to sit down. I sit down. I feel like my heart is going to jump out of my chest. Is the heart palpitations I was having.
Mm-hmm.
And then the doctor comes and gets me, and I sit down. And he sits down, and he's like, "So, why are you here for today?" I was like, "So I've mentioned I would like to know and testosterone, and because I'm really good at, or like when I'm really nervous and like." I like to deflect the subject very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because I was there for that, and also I have knee problems. And I was like, and also sometimes my knee hurts. And then he was like, let's stay with the first one. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was just like, do you have like a doctor already? And I was like, yeah, it's in a city further away. There's more like specialists around this area, but it's cool. And I know for sure that the one that's a bit further away, at least like we know for sure that they do like cool. Hormone therapy for trans people.
Knows what's up.
Yeah. So I was like, this one. He's like, that's pretty far away. He's like, yeah. And he's like, if you find anyone else, you can also bring this referral, like closer by, you can bring this referral to them. And I was like, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to pick a diagnosis, just to like put on the referral. And I think he was because the diagnosis is like transsexuality. Which is like, I think it's somewhat outdated, but it's fine. But I think he was really uncomfortable with putting it on there because he was like afraid that he was like.
Well, to get as a diagnosis is a difficult.
Yeah, diagnosis.
The terminology and referential. I guess the diagnosis should be gender dysphoria. If you want to get really specific.
He was like gender, because he then told me like he used to be at a clinic that does like hormone therapy for trans people. So he's looking for it probably, and I was like, yeah, my best friend has transsexuality. I'm fine having transsexuality.
Has transsexuality is crazy. Saying it like that is insane. I know. It's just awesome. If I'm honest, yeah, I've got it. I've got it, man. My
best friend's referral, it says transsexuality, which is great. Yeah,
that's
the
awesome.
funniest thing is having that little. I like have a photo of it that like diagnosed suspected transsexuality. It's the funniest thing ever. Like, suspected of having the trans, the funniest thing that I can have on a referral.
Literally died over this shit, dude. That's crazy. That's insane.
Right.
It's like the diagnosis brown skin. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? I mean, to be clear, that is a thing that they put on forums, unfortunately not that long ago, is the cruel fact in history of the world that I feel like kind of universally we're just trying to rush past the horrific shit that we weren't doing not that long ago, and some people are still trying to do and doing actively.
Yeah.
Like that I don't know. I feel it deeply with American culture. I can't speak to any other cultures, but that is certainly prevalent here.
Yeah.
But
yeah, good week, great week.
That's good.
I also got, like, he looked at my knee. I was like, I don't know what could, because sometimes my knee will just randomly hurt if I like, not if I step wrong, but if I walk too much, or if I like make a wrong step, it'll just hurt. So he's like, yeah, you go to a different doctor, let them like have a look at it. And it's like, okay, thanks.
He gives you two diagnoses, and you get them mixed up, and you go to a knee doctor, and he just looks at the paper and is like, I don't know what like, this has to do with me. I don't know why you got sent here for this. And then the nurse walks in, and now you know why. It's like the gayest human you've ever seen walking into the room. It's like a bad knees.
So yeah, pretty good week actually.
No, that's good. My week started. My week was started kind of rough. Well, kind of like immediately after last. Again, I got sick after that 4th of July party, both from a mix of drinking too much and incredible stress that I put myself under. I gave myself a panic attack is what ended up happening.
Oh no!
It was. I drank too much and then gave myself a panic attack. I tried to do work after drinking, and that was just not a good idea for someone who struggles with that kind of stuff. But luckily work was actually a little busy, but that was nice and good. It was a good distraction to kind of like lock in. And then also that first week, that 4th of July weekend, I went a little crazy. I had a little bit too much fun. I drank a little bit too much by myself just to celebrate and have a good time of like it's the 4th of July week. It's been a good time. And I kind of drank the full weekend. I kind of drank like a lot. And so after that Sunday of waking up at 1 a.m. and getting sick for an hour, both, again, it was a mix of alcohol and like panic attack, nervous, anxiety, because I wasn't even hungover the next day. That was what was like frustrating. So it wasn't just the drinking. It's like I stressed myself into getting sick in the middle of the night.
Oh no.
It was a nonsensical thing because I was fine and I had it figured out. But that's again, a lot of you guys know, because you've spent enough time around me, know the difference between the energy that people assume that I have and the energy that I actually have, both that I hold in my body and referring to like the amount of energy that I have in the tank that I have and what I am capable of, right?
Yeah.
I am both capable of more and less than everyone thinks I am. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways. And I have a lot of self-doubt in a lot of things, but I'm also the leader of this fucking community, and I have been for a very long time. And I'm also like I take care of Beth and Onion and this house, and you know what I mean? I discredit myself a lot because not for nothing, a lot of you guys are really young. Like a lot of our friends are younger people.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I kind of had a moment when I was getting very sick where I'm like, dude, you gotta, I'm turning 28 this month. You know what I mean?
That's true. That is true.
I'm turning 28 in a couple weeks here. So there's a moment of realization that like, there's like a way I want to be, you know what I mean? That's always been true, right? There's a way we all want ourselves to act and be. And I've been like way hard on myself recently because I've been like really, I've got issues with being self-aggressive. So I've been more self-aggressive recently, more than usual, and it's because I haven't been working towards doing that at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
In my opinion, right? Because I've been working out recently, and I've been like doing better like physically, but like in a lot of different ways, I haven't been doing the things that I wanted to be doing, but I'd been dancing around it without really pushing. So I kind of made a decision where I want to lock in a little bit. I want to do a little bit more. So we've been talking. I told you about how I'm like looking at working on completely revamping the sort of lore and like world of Stroden from the ground up functionally, so that way it can be a standalone setting. I'll tell you about this little podcast co-host privilege. I have a plan currently. Once I get this kind of lore and history rework done, I'm gonna like write this sort of like, I don't even know what I'm gonna call it, mythology concept of the magic system and how it pertains to like high fantasy and magic systems and the setting and all the changes to the setting. Once I have all of that solidified, I'm gonna open up this server. This server is going to become the sort of like public D&D Stroden server, because that's what it is, right? That's what it always has been. It's just been sort of, I'm going to make a second actually very private server that's like truly, genuinely just like the people I invite, and then the people anyone else chooses to invite, and that's like the private space, and then the Stroden that currently exists. Because the infrastructure's already there, everything's already in place, everything's already there. It doesn't make sense to try to start completely fresh. So the people that want to come and stick around and be a part of like the private community, like I'm going to go to all of the OGs, and then everybody has infinite things. It's going to be the same rules, but we'll just like keep it a little bit cleaner and keep it a little bit more personal. You know what I mean? This is like, hey, this is the homie Discord. This is for the people that know. And then I'm going to go to Reddit. And I'm going to be like, hey, guys, I have a setting and a custom lore system, and I want to have not a West Marches game, but I want to have several campaigns running. And if the lore and things don't interfere with each other, I want all of these to be actively changing and shaping the world. I want to have a living and make this living setting happen. I want to do that. And I want to actually make that happen, like I've been talking about and trying to do and iterating slowly over the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like nobody
that's awesome.
Out of all of the people that we've gotten and we've gathered, it seems like a lot of people don't want to DM, which is fair. You know what I mean? Nobody, it's a lot of work as the person who does it a lot. It's a lot of work to DM if you're not doing a module with a bunch of pre-made shit. So that's kind of the thing I'm working towards right now. That's going to be what I'm especially, it helps that it's unfortunate, but it helps that we keep missing games, because it gives me time to like dive in and start working on that for real. You know what I mean? So I'm slowly that's going to be, that's the thing I'm working on right now on the back end for like the Discord and the server stuff. So yeah, that's what my week has been. Oh, and then also on top of all of that, I'm just not drinking until my birthday. I just hard.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just like, that was enough for a month, I think. So I'm letting myself
fair enough.
letting myself just clear out. I was gonna go full sober and stop with vaping too, but if I've learned anything with this working out thing that I've started, the biggest mistake I've always made when I try to do like self-improvement is doing way too much.
Yeah.
You try to do way too much at the same time. You know what I mean? Start with one thing. Just do one thing and stick with it for like 2 months. Let that be the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going and working out 2 days a week, every week, has been genuinely life-changing. I'm going to recommend this to every single person I talk to now. 30 minutes twice a week. You have that time. You've got 30 minutes twice a week. You know what I mean? Go to a different area in your house, or even better, somewhere else entirely, and go do something physical for 30 minutes. Be in a place somewhere else dedicated to doing something physical. If there's a part of your body that hurts, exercise that body part. Start there. Dude, my life is different right now.
Yeah.
I feel it's this weird thing that happens that once you start, you naturally want to do more because your body has been wanting to do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good week. I'm glad we both deserved a good week after a couple bad weeks. You know what I mean?
We did. No, for real.
And we had a fucking juicy little chunk of chapters here.
Oh my god, didn't we? Jesus Christ! Oh my god, you could tell we're like in the end game now. Love it as well.
I mean, it really does feel like an anime where this got all of the budget and the time and the care.
Yeah. No, for real.
Like, I'll say this: I've never felt more valid from the things I was bitching about at the beginning of the book. I feel like the bitching I did in Stormlight, I got a little invalidated at the end. I was calling shit out. He kind of figured it out. What the fuck was going on with Elend at the beginning, man? That was weird. He was just weirdly a dick.
Yeah.
But before we get too into it, this is the Archive, a Cosmere book club where we cover the latest and greatest news. I got it off top this time. I remembered. I'm getting better. We are currently in the Hero of Ages, the beginning of the end. Was it part 5 or part 6? I don't even remember.
Part 5.
Part 5.
It's truth. There's a long part 5.
Yeah.
A long part 5.
Yeah. Like a third of the book, something like that. No, like it's something ridiculous. It's a significant portion of the book.
Yeah. Very, very significant portion.
We do you want to start weekly update or do we want to start
I think last week we started with the fan art, so I think this week we can start with weekly update.
Alrighty. Well, it seems like he spent all week working on those Apple revisions because he only went 1% more work on Mistborn screenplay. We're only 1% further there. The plan is still to turn it in next month, sometime in July. So knock on wood, he keeps track on that.
Well, this month. That is July.
Yeah. No, sorry. I meant August. And in August.
Okay. Yeah.
I was jumping ahead because the next thing is Mistborn turns 20 this month. Mistborn turns 20 on July 17th.
My god.
Yeah, dude. 2026 Mistborn 1 came out. So they are
that's a day for pod.
Mm-hmm.
We have 20th anniversary pod.
So this is true. So they've got a celebration live stream planned on the 16th. I didn't even realize that. You're right. Yeah. So on the Thursday before, Sanderson likes doing his live stream on Thursdays. He gave a kind of like cheeky, like, I don't know. I just like doing that. I didn't investigate any further. There was something that made me just a little weird about that vibe. I was like, okay, sure, buddy. But so he announced that it's going to be on Thursday, the Thursday before on the 16th. There's going to be a Q&A. Awesome. It'll be non-spoiler. Apparently there will be giveaways, and there'll also be giveaways on the socials. So keep your eyes out for that.
I will.
And next week's update is going to be fully pre-recorded. He pre-recorded it sitting there. So I guess he's just going to call shots on percentage work that he's planning to get done. Or no, he's not going to get any work done because he's going to be on fucking vacation. So we might get like a cheeky announcement or something. We will see. But that's all for update. Very, very short and sweet update this week.
Very short and sweet update. Awesome. Fan art of the week is this incredibly gorgeous glass stained piece of our the woman, the myth, the legend, Vin. This is once again napped from Tumblr, and the artist is the mossiest ghost. Very mossy ghost, presenting us with a incredibly amazing glass stained piece. I'm a big fan of like glass stained character pieces. Just because
Well,
I feel like they're very hard. I would be scared of doing them. They feel like very hard to do, but I like this a lot.
I mean, I
This is
feel like I feel like it's hard to do like really, really well, but isn't like the first part of it like kind of blocking it out anyway? So it's just kind of like doing some geometry stuff.
that's true.
I love it.
That's
To be
true.
clear, I think if anything, the thing that'd be really hard would be making this out of real glass. That'd be the
Yeah,
hard
that's true.
thing to
That's
do.
true.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
Still beautiful, absolutely stunning.
Very. They've done. I've seen. They've done 3 of these. One for Zays and also one for Elend.
Mhm.
So I might space those out as well. Part of me was like, "Ooh, do I just like do 3 this week and show you like 3 fun fanners of the week?" I was like, "No, I think I'm just gonna space them out as we go along."
You should have done them out. I would love to see if you tried to find fan art from the section or something pertaining to like the bit that we're in. That would be a fun little.
I'll try.
That'd be a fun way to do it. But
And be careful that I don't accidentally spoil myself.
This is true. This is very true. Well, it's like you could search up like the scene, like that scene, like I did with the last week with the Ellen son. Like just search up a specific scene from that section.
Yeah,
because you know, again, with the shit's 20 years old, people have made art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It'll be cool to see if this is actually like from something in era 2. Like we might be looking at spoilers right now and not knowing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay. I'm glad I phrased it that way because I just reminded myself of one of the things I need to tell you about, and I almost spaced it. I've got some fucking juice, dude. I was going insane, truly insane this week. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful art though. I'm a sucker for stained glass. I grew up in religion, so I'm a sucker for some stained glass.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But
yeah,
dude. My very first note was his mispronunciation of patina. I don't know if you caught that. It said patina,
no,
and that just threw me off. That fully like took me out. It said the patina of the water, and maybe that's a different word that I don't know. But as far as I understand, that word's supposed to be patina.
No.
Even professionals can make mistakes.
The thing is that you're like talking with someone whose native language isn't English. So
this is true.
If someone who I know is native, like a native English speaker says a word that I haven't heard a certain way, I'm just like,
fair enough.
Must be right.
I don't know. Even for me, it's like yeah, it's the very interesting thing of the difference of perspective, right? The different way that oh god. They did so much with that in this section. They kept fucking pushing it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Do you have anything you want to like jump into, or I could pitch you some of the things that I clocked and you can pick?
First of all, I'm very glad that Scooty's alive, and also I have a bad feeling about the fact that Tensoon and Vin might not get the reunion that I want them to get.
Yeah, it really seems like Tensoon's just gonna have a dramatic moment. Well, he said it would take weeks in the other form. Now he's got crazy super powered horse form.
Yeah.
Which that's another conversation that we need to have.
Yeah. Generally everything fucking Tensoon revealed so far was like hello.
I really, dude, Tensoon, what took you so long? Threw me off so much. Why didn't you just go if you were gonna tell him? Why didn't you go? He's like, I've got more important shit to deal with, my man. You do your thing, I guess. That threw me off so much.
That was so funny. He was so funny in this section. Too long.
Oh, dude, he's just proper dog sitting upright, telling you that your god and religion is still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say this. I'm me. I got a bone to pick.
Yeah, go on.
Sazed switching like a fucking leaf in the breeze at the mere mention of the one religion that he thinks is right, so that he can follow that and go down that road, and that ends up being the one correct true religion, and he was right all along, and he just forgot and lost his faith in the one thing that he should have had faith in the whole time.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks
like,
and is bad.
That felt like a cop-out.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, because this one religion that he could have and should have written off first, it exists still, that just means he has all of the faith in the world completely restored instantaneously, no hesitation.
Immediately.
Like a fucking switch. And now he's back to old Sazed, and he's old Sazed again, and everything's cool, and everything's fine. You know what I mean? This to me is proof that it's not the time skip that's the issue. It's Sanderson, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Sanderson is capable of representing the changes in characters well and progressing it over time and showing it how it progresses, and even showing you a drastic change in the character and then showing you how it makes sense, right? We've been with Sazed the whole time. There's no explanation to that switch being flipped.
Yeah, no, for real.
It is very clearly Sanderson just being like, I want them to be this way now. And it's like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Come on, man.
It's like,
I think this is a character. I'm going to dub this. This is a character getting Sanderson. This is just the character deciding to be something else now. That if you look at the facts, sure, it could make sense. But if you're in the moment and in the context, it's so aggressive this turn. It's so absurd. We see it happen all the time. It was Elend at the beginning of this book. It was Sigzil in the transition between the books. Yeah, we'll keep that vague. There's a little bit with Kaladin in some of the books between Stormlight. Not quite as aggressive, but somewhat. Stormlight, no, again, you can feel the polish appear, right?
Absolutely.
And I mean, you can feel the polish appear here at the end.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's not just me. I'm so glad it's not just me feeling that here.
Yeah, no, it was like, and he was like, oh, things are right. It's like, no, oh my god, I get it. I get from like him being like, I would have been like, oh, him being excited about it from a like scholarly perspective is fine, but then he's like, oh no, the one true religion does exist. It's like, the hand of the author shows itself.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of character bleed there, Sandy. That's still, it just feels like we're robbed of such a beautiful moment of Sazed like trepidatiously pursuing this, and like, is this truly, could this be, do I dare let myself? And he's like, nope, here we go. And he's like riding his fucking horse into the distance. And he's using all of his metal mines now. He doesn't have to eat. He's been riding on this horse for fucking 3 days. They're just chilling.
Yeah.
Right? He's just giving up. So this is what it really feels like. It really feels like the last 2 parts were written and edited completely separately from the rest of the book.
Agreed.
It's so drastic,
it's
the
jarring.
Change in voice.
Yeah. It's jarring. To a degree, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, speak on that, please.
Yeah, I don't know. It's especially like with Ellen and then with Sazed, there's such a sudden shift in character for them that like in the first half you're like, oh, you like with Sazed and his religions, you wait for him to come to the sad conclusion that he's eventually gonna come to, like his own conclusion, and then like I was really excited to watch him grapple with that, but then like as if he flips a switch, he's like, no, the one true religion is still alive, and actually the entire thing that I've been doing this entire book, it doesn't really matter because there still is a religion that I can follow, and then also with Ellen, like Ellen's been this asshole the entire time, but like come like mid like part 5, he's like, no, actually, I must remember who I am. Kind of like, but like without him giving that internal dialogue, and he just changes
Absolutely.
back to
It's just no,
to
now I'm
himself.
different. I'm back to, but still a harsher version, but acknowledging that
Harsher
the
version,
harsh is
but
necessary, but I'm still outthinking it. You know, the way he
yeah,
should have been the whole time instead of just being
the
like
way he
kind of
should
an
have been the whole
asshole.
time. Yeah,
Oh,
no, for real.
it boiled my blood a little bit. But I will say this. I think I finally have a tangible leg to stand on with the metal and typing and assignment of powers conversation that we've been having.
Yeah.
So I did some digging, and I will fully tell you right now, I got a little spoiled for something that I think I already would have called / like, I think I was already thinking this. It was one of those ones where you read the spoiler and you're like, I kind of knew that one. I kind of got that one. I understood that. And now more than ever, I'm feeling it correct, but I'm still confused on some things with the community. So since you and I are a little bit separate from the community, you and I get to have a very fun dialogue on this.
Amazing. I'm very excited.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you the same spoilers that I had confirmed? Or do you want to stay in the dark? It is vague. It is little. It is inconsequential. And it's one of those things that I think you could, if you like, you would guess it given enough time, right? But it also could be a thing that if you wait for the reveal, that'll be a moment. You know what I mean? And that has potential to like rob you of that moment when that gets revealed.
Okay.
Do you want those spoilers?
I think I do. I would like those. If you say it's more like a smaller, inconsequential thing, I would like the
mechanical to the concepts of allomancy and metals, and why the information is currently in the state that it is.
Okay.
So let's start at the beginning of my issue, my thesis. On the Copper Mind, allomancy is listed as a power of preservation.
Yeah.
It is listed in the way that Sazed lists it. It's a power positive net gain power of preservation. And hemalurgy is of her, and that is what the community has agreed is listed, and that's what these powers are of. I take a very, very deep issue on that, on the core premise of what the powers are doing and what the shards that are correlated to them are.
Right.
Ruin or allomancy is fundamentally destroying it and breaking it down to its base part investiture and allowing you to use it for power.
Yeah.
Ferrochemy allows you to store it and then use it later. And then hemalurgy is like a bastardization, aggressive usage of metals in the world.
Yeah.
The community and Sazed seemingly have organized these into allomancy is of preservation, hemalurgy is of ruin, and ferrochemy is of both, fundamentally. I posture this. Allomancy is of ruin because it destroys and breaks down the fucking material. Ferrochemy is of preservation because you are actively preserving the material.
Yeah.
Hemalurgy is of the Lord Ruler.
Okay, that's interesting.
Inquisitors, Kolos, and Khandra all did not exist before the Lord Ruler existed.
Yeah.
The concept and powers of allomancy clearly may have not existed, and preservation proliferated the power. it was preservation's power. It was because it was, if I'm understanding correctly, and Alendi went to the Well of Preservation, and did Alendi, when Alendi took the power, was he holding, or not Alendi, Rashik? When Rashik took the power, was he holding preservation or was he holding ruin?
I think he was holding ruin.
Was preservation's well and preservation's power? Did he hold both?
Possibly. I'm not.
Okay, so here's a question.
Wait,
why?
You know what?
You're gonna go look.
I am gonna go look.
Okay, then
Shit.
that allows me to orient specifically, but when I did some digging, where's my I had to go to a forum. Where did I put it? Here it is. A note from a Q&A with these spoilers. Go ahead.
Oh, it is the power of preservation.
Yes, because it's preservation's well.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
So he goes and holds preservation's power. But so we know preservation was currently being held by someone else that didn't have a consciousness.
Yeah.
So he wasn't holding necessarily preservation, but some of preservation's power. Because preservation was being held by someone else who's now dead.
Yeah.
And preservation's currently likely being held by Kelsier.
Yes.
Potentially, likely. We don't know for sure. So I went and found a Q&A. Let me find the specific, from a Barnes and Noble book club.
Okay.
This is how deep I got.
Digging.
Yes, I did some deep digging. So whenever he does Q&As at like meet and greets or book signings, people will go and paste the transcriptions. So that way you can go and reference and look at things. The specific phrasing. So Barnes & Noble Book Club, 202 Barnes & Noble Book Club Q&A, episode 5991. Quote from Sanderson. Remember that the tables and the Ars Arcanum, so the map of allomantic metals, the map of 10 or 16 allomantic metals, and the Ars Arcanum at the end of Stormlight Archives are in-world creations, or at least in universe. The knowledge represented in them is as people understand it and can always have flaws. Fundamentally baked into the fucking reference you are given could be wrong and incorrect.
Oh, that's interesting.
At some point, this is what I had confirmed. Preservation fucked with the metals.
Yeah.
Like all of the metals. And moved shit around. And switched shit up. And twisted them and changed how it worked.
Yeah.
So ruin changes the information that's written. Preservation changes the information as it is before you can even look at it or write it down. This is how the two of them are playing their games.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
So it might be the fact. So that's exhibit A. There's my exhibit A. Now I need to find it. I should have specifically pulled it out. It's in one of these epigraphs. I need to look through the epigraphs very quickly. There's an epigraph where it talks about Ruin and his relationship to metal. Oh, here's another one. Yes, a fact here. Exhibit a different point, but exhibit B. says it on the epigraph of chapter 62. I suspect that Alendi, the man that Rashik killed, was himself a misting, a seeker. Allomancy, however, was a different thing in those days and much more rare. Allomancy existed before the Lord Ruler.
Yeah.
So that means that the power systems at large and as they functioned were not just like preservation turned their body into those beads of metal that gave people allomancy. So I think there might be an argument that the current form of allomancy is of preservation in the way that it's because it was made from his body, but I don't think the power is preservation's power. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is the delivery mechanism to grant the power, but not the power itself. Right? In the way that Charon isn't the king of hell, he's just the guy that gets you there.
Yeah.
That's my feel. That's my exhibit B there. Right. Yeah, the prison preservation created for Ruin was not created out of preservation's power, though it was of preservation. Rather, preservation sacrificed his consciousness, one could say, his mind, to fabricate that prison. He left a shadow of himself, but Ruin once escaped. So he made the prison at the well out of his consciousness. So there was his consciousness that was the prison that was destroyed when he took the power from the well. And so he took the power and the consciousness was gone. So he had like that part. He had a third of the power, probably a sliver. That's where we get this term slivers from, if I had to bet. He had a sliver of that power.
Yeah.
I'm too deep now in these. No. These are still in the chapters. Where is it? There's a quote. It's in my head. Ruin is of metal. Ruin is of the metals. Is the quote that's in my head that I'm looking for. Both of us just quietly reading.
I can't find anything that says like Ruin is of the metals.
It must have been. It must have been in the passage then. Like it might have been Sazed or Vin, like yelling at him. Yeah, it must have not been. It must have not been in the epigraphs. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the whole part just to find the one thing, unfortunately. But there is a point. So specifically, what the yeah, it must have been when they were talking about this whole thing now, where we're getting to the point that these caverns, these supply caches that the Lord Ruler left behind, were built in areas that had dense metal deposits. And then the Khandra made their homeland next to another place that had metal deposits as well.
Yes, exactly.
So the metals fuck with Ruin's perception inherently.
Yeah. Yes.
And it was in that ranting where I think Vin says Ruin is of the metals. And now, granted, now that takes it back to the understanding could be flawed, right? But that was my exhibit C for Ruin is certain. Oh, and then, because Ruin is of the metals, because just by piercing someone with spikes, they're Ruin now. Like they're tied to, intrinsically connected to Ruin. Any spike at all. Just being pierced with metal. It doesn't have to be hemalurgy for that to be true. Vin just has an earring. She was not stabbed through to get the earring. She just has an earring in her fucking ear, and she was connected by Ruin. It just needs to be a piece of metal in you. That's all it needs to be. If you want the buff, if you want the power, you've got to get the hemalurgic spike, and it's got to go through someone. But if you just want to control someone, you just got to spike them.
Yes, well, you're right.
So the metals inherently are connected to ruin. The same way it seems like those crystal spikes are connected to rays. Or odium.
Odium, yeah.
Spoilers. So that's my big, this was the first section where I feel like there was text reference that I could point to and be like, do you see the thing that I've been feeling?
Yeah, I am seeing.
Where do you sit on is this a plan by Sanderson, or is this him truly like mislabeling? You know what I mean? Like, where is this Frank Herbert saying that Paul Atreides was the bad guy all along? You know what I mean? Like, how mistaken is the artist on his own work, in your opinion?
Ooh, good question.
I'm so torn, dude. I can't decide.
It's a tough one, because part of me is like, this could very well be intentional. I feel like he would be the kind of motherfucker to make this kind of like mislead intentional. But then also, I don't know, I feel like we have seen him be wrong about his own stuff before.
Well,
like specifically about like character interpretation, I feel like he's been wrong, but I don't know like if he's been wrong enough about lore before.
Now, I'll say this. He's been wrong about character interpretation in the way that we feel it was misrepresented, and then 9 times out of 10 it comes back around, or they revert back to the way they always were.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the characters do fall back in. What I do feel he does, where he is very misaligned, is what his audience cares about.
Yeah.
That more than anything, I do believe.
I agree on that one.
Like, he doesn't know why he's famous. He thinks he's famous because of the quality of the work that he makes.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that. And I think if he thinks that, he's flawed and incorrect. He's famous because of the team around him and the quality of all of their work and what they all do. But he carries himself with the air like he's king of the castle because his name's on the fucking book. You know what I mean? He's the guy that made the outline. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's clearly it's the sort of thing where it's like, at what point does arrogance and confidence, like, is it correct? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I just stand by, if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. But
agreed.
That's me. It definitely there definitely is a little bit of a self-report of him saying he feels like he says it. It's a crazy self-report.
Yeah, no, for real.
What was okay? Was there? I wanted to throw it back to you. Is there anything you wanted to talk about that really called out to you from the section?
Well, fucking Kelsey are talking with Spookus.
Oh yeah, what's the secret? Is it the hemalurgic spikes thing? Is that it? Is it the understanding of how hemalurgy works? Is that the secret?
I think so. I feel like that might be it. Yeah. And also, I like that chapter, just that general chapter a lot, because like they about lean over Spook and Breeze fucking crying. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and Spook being like a slightly uglier face than I wanted to see.
Yeah.
So good. But then he can still see, which is interesting. It's
yeah.
God.
Very interesting.
I will say, I don't. if he does survive, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of quality of life old Spook's going to have.
Yeah,
You know what I
if we're gonna
mean?
see any of that
And,
anyway.
I mean, we again, like we talked about last, spoilers again, we know some of these characters make it. At least
That's true.
again,
That's
so
true.
poignantly and specifically, the one character of the crew, quote unquote, the crew as we currently know them, who has vanished with no report of where they are. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
That was in there, that Tamu vanished?
Yes. I did catch that. I was like, where to, good sir?
Dude, the Vin landing, and then Ellen being, what took you so long?
Yeah, that was so cute. That was so cute.
The callback of like both. In my mind, those moments happened simultaneously.
Yeah. Also, I like specifically in that chapter, the one line I have written down from that chapter was when when Ham and Ellen are talking about oh, we have to withdraw, and then Ham's like, oh, Seth's gonna be really mad at us, and Ellen is like, what's he gonna do, bite us? I found that very funny.
Very fair.
I mean, that also just the general fucking like situation around Yeoman and Vin, Ruin, and Marsh. Oh my god. Even being able to control Marsh there for a brief moment.
Yeah, seeing through his perspective. Can I be so real? I really feel like that was a missed opportunity for like the Marsh moment of like Vin does something crazy, Marsh does maybe it was like too predictable. It was too easy.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
And so like we'll get Marsh's last stand. Like Marsh will be it'll be the last thing of Marsh is fucking over Ruin's plans, being like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I found it's in chapter 65. I found my notes where I was talking about it. So chapter 65 is the one I'll have to go back and reread where I talk about it. But so specifically, it seems like when the Lord Ruler takes preservation's power, this is the thing. In the moments when the Lord Ruler both held the power at the well and was feeling it drain away from him, he understood many things. He saw the power of ferochemy and rightfully feared it. Many of the Terra's people he knew would reject him as the hero, for he didn't fulfill their prophecies well. They'd see him as a usurper who killed the hero they sent, which in truth he was. So he takes the power of preservation, and in that moment sees all of ferochemy and sees the potency and the power of ferochemy. That's the first thing he sees. When he takes the power of preservation, he sees ferochemy.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Wait a damn minute.
And then he's like, well, these guys are going to fucked up. Wait, this allomancy stuff exists. Let me use this power that I just got to proliferate allomancy a little bit more, which clearly does exist, but he used preservation's power to push it forward. It's like this whole section is talking about with the power, ferochemy, while he's holding preservation. And then it's
damn it.
Oh, yes. Ellen says the line, metal is your power, Ruin. That's the line that Ellen says. Metal is your power, Ruin.
Oh, yes.
Ugh. So good. So far.
Drawing on the mists again?
Yeah. So, because it seemed we know the mist are of preservation, right?
Exactly.
So why
the implications, Ollie?
Why was she able to draw on him before? Because now it makes sense if Kelsier's got it, right? If Kelsier's in control now, and she hasn't tried since Kelsier's gotten in control, now she tried, now it works. But why when it was preservation?
I don't know.
Because it must have also been Kelsier, but how? because preservation doesn't have a will, and Vin was trying to undo the work of preservation, essentially. Like Vin has been acting as the avatar of ruin. That's what she's been doing. So when she drew on the mists, she was killing the Lord Ruler.
Yeah.
Was the Lord Ruler pierced with anything? Was his he had his shit was ran through him.
Earrings.
Yeah, the earrings, all of his shit was pierced through him, right?
Yeah.
So that motherfucker was being controlled by ruin. Maybe it was just preservation being like, okay, no, he's ruined right now. We got to take care of him. And I trust Vin.
I mean,
so maybe it was preservation's power.
In that epigraph, I think over the years, ruin suddenly would suddenly twist him and make him do terrible things to his own people. Yes,
he was certainly being corrupted by ruin. So it could have been preservation's power that was just like aligning with her in that moment. And like, I'll let you use this for
the greater good, quote unquote.
But so it's like, so does that mean shards just at will can change the rules of their fucking powers?
I wouldn't put it past them.
But so then it's like, what's stopping fucking Valor, what's it, from turning all of the radiance into like god monsters? You know what I mean? Why don't they just take off the brakes? You know what I mean? What's stopping fucking Sazed from taking off the brake? I mean, he might. We don't fucking know. Shit.
We don't know.
Oh, dude.
I'm so excited to see how we get to the end.
Dude, the fucking the misleading and the little, I think my favorite thing about this whole section where like Ruin shows up and then Marsh shows up and it's Vin being there. It's like, if you were to put it in D&D terms, a sleight of hand check and a deception check decided everything.
Yeah. No, for
that
real.
was so baller. That's the moment you're trying to build towards. You know what I mean? Like, it was so fucking good. Oh. I'll say on Kelsier, I was very fishy and I was on the fence about how I would feel about him having persisted and surviving in the way that he did. Seeing how it's all played out, seeing how it's shaking out now, there are some things you got to give Sandy credit. He pulls it through. He comes through in the end. He makes it happen. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I think it's time.
Time for the spoiler corner? Spoiler corner?
Actually, no. I have the thing that I have to tell you about. We don't need to go to the spoiler corner for.
Oh, awesome. Please tell me.
Or the spoiler drawer. These supply caches.
Yeah. Stop. Wait. I think I know what
Did you just get there? Did you just me saying that? Did that immediate take me there, Tavius? What's up? Why are these supply caches so important? What's so weird about them? Let's start here. Why are they wrong about what the issue is? What's going on?
Because I mean, Tensoon already goes around like find somewhere underground, find somewhere to hide. What if is it because the plan was always to just put the people underground while the world was ending?
There was never enough. There was never enough food and water to like subsist and grow forever, and there were seeds and stuff, but not enough to like infinitely supply. Right?
Oh my god! I'm so idiot.
There was enough for people to go underground and chill out. You know, maybe while the planet got moved a little bit closer, enough time for them to sit there and survive and eat. And if anyone was damaged in the coming ruin, they could go down there and survive. And then when it was moved back to the correct place, they could let everybody back out. They've got enough food and stuff to survive. And now they've got the right seeds and good stuff that they can grow after everything's been set correctly.
Oh, god damn it.
But it doesn't work if he tells them that, Ruin finds that, and fucks it all over.
Fucks it over.
So he has to tell everyone, I don't fucking know, you got to figure it out. Because if they don't figure it out themselves, Ruin will know what the plan is.
Yeah. Fuck.
So they themselves have to figure out, let them win. Let them take it. Whoever gets the shard next has to do their part. And when they get the shard, they'll know.
Yeah. Fuck. God damn it.
Dude, I realized that the first paragraph in this week. I was walking that time when I messaged you. I was listening to it. I stopped it. I was like, God damn it. They're bunkers.
They're bunkers.
Think about how big those doors are.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
They're fucking bunkers. And they've been funneling out all of the resources out of bunkers. You're not supposed to pull them out. You're supposed to go in. And they're random because they're centered around population masses.
Population density up. Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
It was right there the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time. The first thing in the epigraphs is he moved the planet too close to the sun and everything burned. And it was bad. It's the first epigraph. It's like it's one or two.
Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
It's they go to a bunker, they take all the stuff out of the bunker right after we heard about the planet burning to death. He tells us frame 1, dude.
Oh my god.
Frame 1, he talks to us about it. Insane. I was not okay all week waiting to tell you about this.
Fucking crazy.
I just said and you instantly it was primed and ready.
Oh.
The fucking
it clicked. Yeah, no, literally.
It's the best.
My
dude.
mind exploded. I was like, yes, of course, the fucking bunkers. How did I not see this entire time?
They've been bunkers the whole fucking time, dude.
I'm such a fucking idiot.
Yep, it's literally it's my notes in 66. The caverns and the food supplies, they're not there to supplement and help. They were there for people to go and recover. So when the next person takes the shard, they're protected and the population can survive when they move so close to the sun. It burns away all of the mist. Because the mist is the sign that, hey guys, you gotta wipe it all out. You gotta get rid of all of it. That was like OG preservation. When he fucked his mind up, when he trapped Ruin, he's like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you guys over. Whoever gets my shit next needs to fix all of this. It's the sign that you gotta wipe it out. That's part of the process.
Oh, god damn it.
It was the plan the whole time. Digging through, trying to find. Oh yes, here's another one. Another wild self-report of Sanderson saying that he feels like he's the most aligned with Sazed. Epigraph for 61, where there's talking about the mists. 16% of the population that goes into the mists dies. Sazed says it's negligible because it didn't wipe out the species.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually insane.
That's what I was like, you tell me Sazed thinks that? Absolutely not.
That's crazy.
Absolutely not. That is not what Sazed thinks. That's what you, Brandon Sanderson, think. Sazed would not think 16% of the population being wiped out would be negligible.
Never he would think that.
That's the word, by the way. That's not me putting that word. I'm quoting negligible.
Yeah.
Absurd, dude.
Actually absurd.
Oh, we gotta talk about the Kandra.
We do. We do have to talk about the fucking Kandra.
That was my he can't keep getting away with this. That was what that was for, by the way.
Keep getting away with this.
What the actual fuck? There's no world I guessed that. There's no and
no
it's
world.
oh my god, dude.
You could have told me this at the beginning. I would have laughed at you.
Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Like,
what
are you fucking just saying?
That's the OG terrorist people. And I'm like, they're dead. They're not real. That's, I mean, that's what they're setting up. That's the vibe.
That was the vibe. No, that was the vibe for real. Oh my god.
But dude.
Never in my life I would have guessed that.
But then you think about it, Tavius. They're so rules oriented. They're so family oriented. They're so the contracts, the culture, the subservience.
Fuck.
The import on history. The consequences, the social like sort of pressure.
I was gonna say listening like to your elders. Oh my god.
It was right.
The council?
Fucking there. The council. The fucking council, dude.
Oh my god, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
Right
I hate him.
And that's the you know,
right there the entire time.
It's just a lesson, bro. You can tell them. You can just play the cards, and they'll either notice or they won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
And then the last one, this one, we'll open up the spoiler drawer. So if you're not caught up on Stormlight, it's vague spoilers for Stormlight, but just knowledge of Spren and soul bonds between like cognizant beings. So it's so like how do you broach this conversation? It's so weird.
Just
with Adolin and his Rashadium and that whole journey that we see back in Stormlight, right?
Yeah.
We see that there is like very clearly a deeper bond beyond like normal beings and horses. Yeah. Right? And that's like a thing in Stormlight.
Yeah.
And then I guess we also get a little bit of like the whole it's kind of weird that they lean into it so hard in Stormlight, but like the lack of dogs and the lack of that aspect of human companionship between human and dogs being leaned into. It's really interesting to see Vin have a creature that she gets both of these relationships in, but she doesn't like get to benefit from the second part of it yet. I digress. In Stormlight Archives, we see Adolin after his Rashadium dies, rip in peace.
Mm-hmm. Sure blood,
he runs into like the spirit or a spirit that is more than likely Sureblood spirit in Shadesmar. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember this.
That like it seems like they seem to like subsist beyond like the normal means, or maybe Rashadium are infused with investiture because they like can breathe in the wind. Maybe we don't know, right? Clearly, I guess this is the question. This is what we build up to. Is Tensoon just
the prototype Rashadium?
Yeah, was he a proto Rashadium, or again, this is like how ahead of the game was he? Because clearly he knew a good bit. There's a lot of Stormlight that's like kind of sprinkled in throughout here. You know what I mean? You can feel the sort of bits there. Is this that, or is this something else entirely, and it's just kind of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or is it just fully happenstance and Sanderson is just a horse girl?
I like to think Sanderson is just a horse girl,
and he just keeps putting big horses. He's really into big, strong horses.
I bet to you that if we read a lot of the other like series, like if we go to Elantris next, someone's gonna have a big strong horse.
This is like the love. He might like horses a little too much.
Keep tally. I would bet money on this.
I would not be. Okay, so here let's do the over under. What's your over under on how many series include a big strong horse. That's the thing, because now we've got Stormlight and we've got Mistborn. Is it every single one?
2.
Is it all of them? Or is there, like, what's the over-under on percentage? What do you think? What's your confident number?
At least half. It's going to be at least half. I don't think it's every single one, but I do think it's at least half of them are going to have someone with a big strong horse.
Okay, then stipulation. It's got to be within the first 2 books. Otherwise, it risks the crossbreeding of the universes and sources, right? Because that tracks Stormlight. It's book 1. This one, it's technically book 3, so we'll give it 3 books. It's got to be within the first 3 books of that series. It's got to have a big strong horse.
Big strong horse.
But its own version of a big strong horse. Its own special big strong horse.
And now also not like a weird Khandra thing. It's got to be just separately a big strong horse.
Well, so here's the interesting thing. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
It's part of the blueprint, dude. The big strong horse is part of the blueprint.
The big strong horse is part of the blueprint.
So here's the blueprint.
No, I believe this from you.
Yeah, we're adding to the blueprint now, right? So this is what we have so far. Help me call them out as if you hear the ones I'm missing, right? We have the damaged main character, who's usually a human.
Usually a human and pretty young.
Usually human, usually pretty young, or at least flashes back to when they were very young and they were damaged as a part of that. With that is the human invasion force that came from a very, very long time ago to a planet made by a shard, or a planet made by Adel Nauseam that was then adjusted by a shard. Right? On that planet was a group of people that was either made by, or seemingly the only group of people that was made by Adel Nauseam is the Singers, as far as we've seen thus far. So there's a group of people made by a shard that is being oppressed now by the humans. Right? And the humans have a big strong horse of some kind.
And the humans have a big strong horse of some kind.
And the big strong horse is empowered by the power system made by the shard that is affecting the planet, that the original people are either made by the consequences of, or are a part of that power system that the humans are now manipulating. And they get a big strong horse from that power system also.
Get a big strong horse from the power system.
They also get a big strong horse from the power system. That's a rule. You have to get the big strong horse. Sunlit Man, they had motorcycles. That was their big strong horse.
That was
they had the ships. Those were their big strong horses.
String horses, yes.
I hate this. I hate that the big strong horse is part of the recipe, dude.
I love that big strong horses are part of the recipe.
You see the blueprint though, right? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do.
This is how authors become famous, by the way. They just keep rewriting the same shit over and over again.
The same formula, yeah.
Because it's not a circle. You go a little bit further. Every time you go a little bit further. That's the secret. So that's what I'm starting to crack that. So I need to find my little circle. That's what I'm really, because Oda does the same shit. Oda's got his little blueprint too. No.
That's true. Real.
But now you're seeing, dude, I'll be real. I think it might be 100. I think it's 100% of the stories have a super powered big strong horse of some kind. If we're allowing the stretch that the vehicles is the equivalent of the big strong horse, then every single power system, you've got the humans, you've got the oppressed race, you've got the creatures made from the power system, and you've got the big strong horse empowered by the power system. Those are the must-have. God damn it.
Yes.
Just get we'll get a shirt by the end. One of our first lines will be all of the big strong horses from all of them. You'll have the Rashadium, you'll have Tensoon, you'll get all the motorcycles, all of the cool fucking
I'm gonna the next series reread. I am going to look out for it.
Hunting for the big strong horse. So what do you think the big strong horse in this world's gonna be? Oh, dude, this is great. I love you, buddy. I love this. This is my favorite thing.
If the big strong horse can be something that's not technically a horse, as you have just told me by the
The
motorcycle is the big
motorcycles.
strong horse.
Yes.
That opens up for me like a whole new world of what could we classify as the big strong horse.
What is a horse? I get it's the
What is a
independent
horse?
and a horse in this context, as we have decided it, is a single individual's movement system that if
Yeah.
you were wearing a cowboy hat, you would look cooler on it.
Oh yeah.
That's the rule.
Yes.
That's the rule.
The rule.
Is that
That's the rule.
if you put on the cowboy hat and it looks out of place, not a horse.
Not a horse.
Not a horse anymore.
It's gonna be really funny if it's like, because apparently series 2 of Mistborn is supposed to be a western.
Mm-hmm. We get horses.
So
we get real horses.
I hope that we get more horses. I mean, they have horses.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sorry, not motorcycles. Hover cycles.
Hover cycles.
Dude. We've cracked it.
This is
We've
my
cracked
robot
this
now. This
wide open.
is-
Dude, I mean, especially I know Warbreaker is a very like royal heavy like book. There's gonna be horses.
There's gonna be horses.
There's gonna be fucking
strong horse. There's gotta be a big strong horse.
God damn it, dude.
This is great for my horse girl heart.
But so then to pull it back to Tensoon, I will ask you this. And I'm asking this because I want it to be true, and I'm scared that it's not, and it's gonna make me sad that it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Vin and Tensoon share and have an actual bond the way that Adolin and Sureblood did? Do you?
think so.
That's my hope and my desire, but I don't know if it's true, and I want it to be.
I do think so. Probably not in this like same way that bonds like maybe function in Stormlight, but I do think they have like a deeper intrinsic bond.
Okay, let me ask you this, because that just opens an interesting question. Why do you think that? Because Adolin doesn't have any fucking powers.
That's true.
The only difference would be distance to the source of that power. And from what we've seen, Sunlit Man, we're in the spoil drawer, we can talk about it. Distance doesn't matter that much. They weren't in Scadrial, they were kind of doing Allomancy just fine. And Sig was doing his Stormlight stuff just fine, his Radiant stuff.
No, actually, maybe they do.
Right? So
yeah.
I think this is just for me to present my argument. The laws and rules of connection still apply universally. Bonds intrinsically, unfortunately, I do think a lot of my power system is pulling off of bonds. I'll need to find a way to differentiate that from my power system. But that intrinsic connection that people have, that unspoken thing that binds us together as people, the thing that, like, even though you and I have never met, we share a bond. And if you could visualize that bond would be deeper than the strangers that we walk around next to. But we do have bonds with those people as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those conceptual bonds. I think that's universal in the Cosmere.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
That's my theory. That's my thesis.
I think you're right. I do want it to be true because I don't know. It's a nice thought to me that like you can just be intrinsically connected to the people that you love like that.
You know, I apparently when Sanderson went to that fancy British college, I can't remember the name of now.
Oxford?
Yes, Oxford. I was gonna say Oakley's, but that's the sunglass brand. Oxford, and did that speech about Lord of the Rings and Tolkien. And everybody that there are like Tolkien scholars. There are people that have written PhDs and are doctors of Tolkien.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that's realizing there's a real road that might lead us to becoming Sanderson scholars.
Sanderson scholars, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Write your thesis on big strong horses.
Yeah, I will. Listen.
The big strong horses and their prevalence throughout the Cosmere.
Yes. For that, there needs to be a big strong horse everywhere. I do firmly believe this now.
It's part of the it's part of the blueprint, man. There's
part of the blueprint.
If I'll say this, I think you did call it out. We did get we haven't seen like horses really like utilized a lot in Mistborn, and we know
Draw carriages.
Again, that's what I mean. That's the extent. That's it. Is like they're present a little bit, right? They're not like, you know, as far as animals go, we don't get a lot of them, right? In general. Yeah, but then now it's like we get this big draw and attention to big strong horse, right? And then we know Era 2's full is like a Western is the vibe. It's like steampunk Western.
Apparently
it's gonna be crazy if we don't get big strong horses.
I need more big strong horses. Goddammit!
Come on, like we see it now.
J. Jonah Jameson, bring me big strong horses now.
I guess it really just depends on whether or not the fucking Khandra survive. But they're all underground. They're chilling. That's why they're all in the caves.
They're chilling. They're fine.
They're bing chilling, dude. Like they're having a great time down there.
Bing chilling, yeah.
They're having ice cream.
Yeah. They're chilling, hanging out in their true bodies or whatever.
Was there anything else that I wanted to touch on? I think that's it. I think that was all of my juice.
Yeah. I have nothing else as well.
Oh, well, it's gonna be a juicy one next week. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. It's gonna be very exciting.
Here, let's decide. Let's see what we want to read to now. Let's do it on the air. So we've got 5 hours left.
It's a lot of chapters.
35.
What else?
50. That's an hour. That's an hour. That's an hour and a half. So if we go 60, we read 66. So 67 to, oh fuck, what was it? 75, I believe, is 2.5 hours. 10, 25, 35, 50, an hour 10, hour 35, 2 hours. Yeah, if we go 67 to 75, that'll be a perfectly even split for the last two.
Okay. So that's 67 to 75. Yep. Okay. Yep. Put that into the archive group chat.
Now, I'll say this. I think it'll be up to whoever gets to 74 first, because 74 is a 7-minute chapter. Or 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 50 seconds. That means it's either very inconsequential and doesn't matter, or it's the most important chapter in the series. So I think it'll be up to whoever gets to 74 first to decide if we go to 75 or not.
Yeah.
I think that should be the call. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Chapter 81 is 44 minutes long.
I know, I saw. I'm not sure if I'm ready emotionally for this.
Well, I will tell you this. I did some prep work for us just to go and see, since we are coming up here on the end. We do have an in-between story to read still before we get to Era 2.
That's true. Yeah, the yeah.
So specifically not the Kelsier one. The Kelsier one is the one that has all the spoilers. That's the one we want to save for the end of Era 2. Unless we want to spoil one of the big twists at the end of Era 2. That's the big thing, is apparently it teases and spoils a twist there. There is, however, one that we can read called The 11th Metal.
Oh, yes, right.
So we don't want to read the secret one, the secret history. We don't want to read that one until after. There is the 11th
Okay,
Metal,
okay,
which is a short story a la Sunlit Man that we could read, or
okay.
Dawn Shard, or one of those other ones. So we still have that as a little palate cleanser. And then if we wanted to, we could do the sort of like side thing we talked about, where if we wanted to branch out, do another one, or we jump right into Era 2. We'll figure that out.
Right.
But I think that'll be us done in for today.
What a time.
Dude. I really didn't expect it to end like this. So even with the knowledge we had, like how, oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna get some crazy shit. It's gonna be an interesting couple days.
Oh yeah.
But thank you if you're still watching. Why, how? Thank you. I guess I appreciate it. Subscribe if you want. As always, I have been Vezin _ on Twitch, or the Archive. With me, as always, has been my co-host.
I am the Pixel. I'm the Pixel because, as the famous Philip once said, everyone deserves a the in front of their name, and I'm the _Pixel_X. Most places, because apparently the _Pixel is taken everywhere. Whoever you are, give it to me.
Oh, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, everybody's cousins, and Journey Before Destination, my friend.